So there's certain things that I'm pretty sure I know a particular person has done, and the type of things that she's done, I do not want to be with somebody that's okay. Like she thinks it's okay to do those things. Like I don't know where she sits. It's been years since she's done some of those things, so I don't know if she's changed her mind. But if she still thinks it's okay to do some of the things that I think that she did, then I do not want to. I don't want to be with her, and it's just it's wrong to me. It's morally wrong to treat somebody the way that she's done things. However, with that being said, I make mistakes too. I'm not perfect, so I'm okay with people growing. As long and making mistakes, as long as they're able to admit and take accountability for their mistakes, and they can acknowledge and are true to their acknowledgement when they say that, like, yeah, I'm sorry, that was wrong of me. I shouldn't have done that. Some people don't think that way though, and I know that I've heard some other young people, like there's this mantra out there like to not to apologize about things, and I completely disagree with it. And sometimes I think like she falls on that line of thinking. Um, I could be wrong, but if she is still under that line of thinking, that's somebody I don't want to be with. Um, so it's like I don't know, man. And I think part of the reason why she's hiding herself from me is because she knows what I don't like, and I think that because she knows what I don't like, she knows that she's doing things that I don't like. She knows if I were to see her doing things that I don't like, I wouldn't want to fucks with her. And so it's like on a number of different levels, it really angers me that she's doing what she's doing because it's really mean, it's cruel, it's deceptive, and it's also fucking with my heart because she knows she can go in and do these things that she's been doing for years, and most of the time when she does what she does, what usually happens is I relinquish and I send her my love and I want to develop things, and so she gets a sustenance. I mean, that's what happens. And she continues to do these things. And again, she does these things a lot of times when I'm in a lonely state, and in that lonelier state, upon getting what I get from her, I'm like, oh, okay, well, shit, if she's doing this, maybe it'll work out. That gives me hope that things can work out. But it's like the pattern that has continued to emerge is that that's all that continues to happen. Is she just continues to do that, and then there's nothing like there's that hope doesn't transpire into something actually changing because nothing has changed. Like we're still like there's she's still not allowing me to see her channel. Like we're not talking. So it's like, and it's like she wants me to hold on to that, which in itself is just mean. It's like that's cruel to do to anybody. To give them just that little bit and expect them not to go and want to be with other people, or to get frustrated being the position that they're in. So it's like on a number of different levels, I can find myself being justified in my anger, but I don't want to be angry anymore. I'm so tired of being angry. There's so much more shit out there that it's like it's a way like letting people anger you is giving them power over you, and I don't want to fight anymore. I've spent so much of my life being angry. I'm tired of it, and I know what happens. It's toxic. You end up being sad afterwards. You end up hurting things or getting fucked up or hurting people, and I'm just tired of that shit. And it also, like, there's something to be said for somebody that's living a life where they're always angry about shit. Like that's not peaceful. That's not good. That's not something I want to be a part of. I'm not saying like that's why I'd say it's okay to have that, but let's work on finding a way to solve it. And that's also something that really bothers me with her is I'm very keen on solving things, and I don't feel like she is. And so it's like, well, that's a very different way of thinking. Like, because if we're gonna be in a relationship, like I'm somebody who likes to solve shit, she's somebody that doesn't like to solve shit. Like that is a potential for conflict. So it's like when I look at stuff, like there's a lot of things that I'm seeing that's happening right now that to me indicate not the best harmony. So it's like, well, what the, like, then I'm starting to think, is she just doing this because she's working for the devil and she's just trying to fucking kill me? Because, like, one of the things, and I've told her this, the way the devil can kill me, like, one of my biggest Achilles heel, along with opiates, it is my heart. It is me being compassionate and opening up to other people, and a lot of times that love not being reciprocated, or people taking advantage of it, or people just, feeding me things to lure me in to potential trap. Whether or not they intended to set it or not, I don't know. But and maybe it's not even. To me, it looks like a trap and it feels like a trap, but it's just who they are. But because of who I am, it feels like a trap because I feel like I'm going into something that I think is something for my favor, but it's really just something that's wanting to use me for something that they haven't even, like, they're not lying or trying, like, saying, hey, it's a trap, come and fucking, take this cheese or anything. I mean, they kind of are, but they're not. That's not exactly what they've designed themselves to be. But this moment, the way that it is with me and my energy and the way that I am, if I'm not careful, I can find myself being entangled or entrapped in a situation I might not really feel the best about myself being in. And I think a lot of people are actually stuck in that very situation. But it's a situation that they chose to be in, just like the situation here with humanity. It's like one of the best things we could do right now to change is to take accountability for the things that we've neglected. And once we do that, then we open up more space, more of an allowance for good growth and new good information to come down and help us grow. But it's like people be praying and all this stuff and asking for help and stuff, but if they haven't done the things to help change their lives in the ways that they know they can change their lives, they're likely not going to get much help from divine, because you're not showing divine that you've really changed all that much. So it's like you're sitting here asking for help, but at the same time you're neglecting the things that you know that need to be worked on. So it's like, this is why it'd be enabling bad behavior. This is why it's like, it's just bad to do that. Like, it's actually counterproductive. It's bad to enable bad behavior. Common sense. So, anywho, this is also where I have to be careful in how I choose to act in this situation, because I've witnessed bad behavior from her, and it's important to me that I not encourage her to keep on acting like that, and also to make sure I don't get myself involved in a situation to where I could get severely hurt because I'm choosing to care about somebody that again doesn't really have my best interests at heart. So this is another reason why I don't like talking about this shit, because it's complicated, and that's another thing I don't like about it is, and a lot of the reason why it's complicated is because she's choosing to be so deceitful. If things were more open and transparent and communicative, there wouldn't be all this guessing and all this I don't know and all this like playing with emotions and feeling this way and assuming this but not really knowing, and like a lot gets lost in the lack of good communication. And from my position, that's largely on her, because she's the one choosing to not communicate with me. I've tried and I've made many attempts to try to communicate with her, and every time it's either met with a blocking, or when she does open up and allow me in, she starts it off with some type of humiliation. So like that's my experience with her, is that, and it's like that is not something that feels really good to me. But at the same time, but then in these quiet moments when she does her little lovey spiritual thing, we have these moments where I feel like we connect on a very powerful level that's like, it's like magical and shit. And it's like, okay, if we're feeling this and she's feeling this, which I have a feeling she might be to a certain degree, it's like, but then she's continuing to act like this. And so it's like things aren't lining up. And then then my dad just passed, and that is a serious loss that was taken out of my life. And she's somebody whom I'm potentially thinking about being with, and my dad had just passed, and she still can't even like find it within herself to like send me like a positive comment, or to like, hey, come check out my stream and you can watch. Like, she couldn't even do that after I lost my father. And it's like she wasn't there for me when I was suicidal either. So it's like, those are not the best indicators for somebody that truly cares about me. I don't like saying that, but that's the truth. So, but I continue to try to work on this thing, but I have to be honest with you, a lot of it, I'm doing so because I feel like there's nobody else that can really help her out in the way that I can. And I know saying that it's kind of a mind fuck, but that's the honest truth that I feel. And And so it's like that's just how I feel. I would be lying if I tried to say something different, and I'd be withholding information if I didn't share that. So that's the conundrum I'm in, and then I started thinking about other people too, and it's like, what I came to the conclusion with, there really isn't gonna. I don't think there's gonna be somebody else that I'm gonna meet that's really my counterpart. Like I don't think I'm here to have the same type of relationship a lot of other people have. Like a lot of other, like my mom and my dad, they were fairly equal in who they were in their relationship. They came together in a way to where, like, even though they were different, like I don't know, it's hard to say, but I think I'm supposed to be here to help heal and help all of humanity. I don't think that there's, I could be wrong. I actually hope I'm wrong because if I found somebody else that was like myself, it'd make my job a lot easier. But based on what I've searched, I haven't found anybody else that's like me. And because of that, um, it's likely that I'm not going to find a female that's going to be able to measure up the way that I would like. Um, but I'm still doesn't mean I'm not attracted to anybody. I am. It's just it's not going to be that type of relationship to where I feel like I find a counterpart that completely fulfills me. And I guess I'm just coming because for a while there I thought that she was that or could be that. And so I was holding her at that, like I was kind of putting her up at that standard and expecting her to behave in that type of a way. And she continues not to, but then that would add to the conflict and confusion and just the chaos because we're trying to build this thing. I think she's this other part of myself, but then she's not acting like that other part of myself that I think she is, and she might even be feeling the same way. Um, and I think that she still is, but I think because she's made choices in the past that led her astray and led her down a dark and evil fucking pathway for some time, she's absorbed some of that, and that's why she's had to deal with some of the things she's had to deal with in her life. And I've done my dirt too. That's why I've had addiction problems and other various things that have happened to me. I do think comes from some of the bad shit I did in past lives and in this life. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You know, if she wants to be with me, she's gonna have to change, and I'm willing to listen to what like. If she comes to me like there's things she wants me to change about myself, and this type of stuff that she wants me to change about myself is actually stuff that's good for me and for us, I'd be willing to work on that change too. I would because I know I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody's perfect. I know there's a lot of things I could work on and be better at, and I want to change for her and for us. I do. And I would like her to want to do that for me and for her and for us too. So, yeah, alright, I love you all. Peace.